And we are live and we are back. We are back for yet another match week review roundup. A little mini roundup, you know what I'm saying? We had 6 games in the middle of the week and we're here to talk about them. Extra work, you call this extra work because usually you do a preview for the match week and a review for the match week, but this time around, you know, you have to insert an extra one. So nice to be back, you know what I mean? Consistency is key, guys, and we are definitely here to just talk about these 6 crucial fixtures and just to get into how they affect the Premier League table and all the teams involved. So yeah, you see the latest there. Spurs boost top 4 hopes with win over Arsenal. I did predict a draw for that game, a 2-2 draw, but Arsenal have not been doing well on their visits to Tottenham Hotspur recently. So, look, I think it's the worst defeat on the road to Tottenham as well in Premier League history. So, it's a day to actually forget for Arsenal. Definitely a day to forget for Arsenal. They would now need to brush off this loss and bounce back again. So, guys, let's get into proceedings. I don't plan to be all night. We have 6 games to talk about. And let's just click the results. And we're going to get through these games, man. Let's start with this game, man. That didn't have a lot of meaning, really. And that's the game between Leicester City and Norwich City, with Leicester winning 3-0. I did predict Leicester to win the game, and they ended up doing so. Jamie Vardy back from injury and hitting form right away, continuing his goal-scoring form there. 54th minute goal, very lucky goal, I must say. Hit the defender, popped up over Angus Gunn, who was in goal for Tim Krul on the day, where Tim Krul was obviously dropped for, his exploits in the previous game. So, good goal, good return to goal scoring form here for Jamie Vardy indeed. And look, man, Leicester missed Jamie Vardy. They really missed Jamie Vardy. I actually think if Jamie Vardy was not injured for such a prolonged period, that Leicester could have sneaked into at least the Conference League or the Europa League. You see what I'm saying? They would have given United and West Ham some serious competition there, but Jamie Vardy, the talisman there, was injured for some time. So 54th minute goal, and then he followed it up quickly with a 62nd minute goal. This one was, a bit more clear-cut, and then Maddison scoring against his old team there. Harvey Barnes credited with 2 assists for both Jamie Vardy goals. So, look, in this game, I don't think Norwich played badly at all, especially in the first half, where they managed to get to the halftime break at 0-0. Did force a few saves out of Kasper Schmeichel. I think both goalkeepers were awesome in the first half, pulling off some big saves to keep both their teams in the match. But second half, it was a whole different story where Leicester dominated. It could have got uglier. And even Norwich got in behind. Timo Pukki did hit the upright as well. So it just sums up Norwich's season, man. This performance just summed it up. And they would have to go back down in the championship, fight again, scrap to come back up. And more often than not, they're the team that get promoted. So let's see how they fared this time around. Dean Smith should be in charge of Norwich for the championship campaign. But, it's left to be seen. I'm not 100% sure. There's not anything, any announcement about that yet, whether they're going to, go down and start with somebody else. It most likely will be Dean Smith, though. Most likely will be Dean Smith. So Leicester dominated, 20 shots, 8 on target, 65% of the ball. And for Norwich, 9 shots, 5 on target, 35% of the ball. So it was an uphill struggle for the already relegated Norwich City. So Leicester's 3-0 win over Norwich is their second win by at least 3 goals in the Premier League this season, after beating Newcastle 4-0 in December. Well, it's the third time they've done so to a side managed by Dean Smith, also twice versus Aston Villa, 4-1 in December 2019, and 4-0 in March of 2020. Norwich have now lost 25 Premier League games this season, only losing more in a single Premier League season in the 29-20 with 27. They are also now the second side in the Premier League to lose at least 25 games in 2 different seasons. Sunderland, who have done so in 2002-03, 27, 05-06, 29, damn, 29, and 2016-17, 26. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff there by Leicester. But in terms of Norwich, piss poor, like I called it from the beginning of the season. Jamie Vardy, king of the match. You could see Maddison happy. Respectfully did not celebrate against his old team. Kasper Schmeichel had a good day at the office. Leicester, with a lot of the key players back from injury and everything, and looking at their best, man. Looking at their best, playing the football we know they can. Yuri Tielemans linked to the move to Arsenal, and there might be a few fresh faces over at Leicester City next season. So, guys, in terms of Leicester, with that 3 points, they're 10th. They would want to finish this season in the top 10, though. They can no longer get European football. Well, they can actually get European. Well, they can no longer get European football because with 3 matches left, 9 points, they could only get a maximum of 54 points. They could finish higher. The highest they could finish is 8th above Wolves. Let's see if they manage to pull that off. So for Leicester, the next game will be against Watford, another dead rubber type game. Then they play Chelsea and finish off the season against Southampton. So look, in terms of Norwich City, things are bleak and it may get bleaker. Their next game is scheduled to be against Wolves. And then they play Tottenham, and that will be the end of their season. So, look, I'm expecting Norwich to lose the remainder of their games. You know what I mean? That's clear. It's clear as day. If they manage to get anything from any of those games, kudos to them. Big up to everybody watching the stream right about now. Make sure y'all smash up the thumbs up button. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much for tuning in to yet another one. So, with that being said, guys, we are going to continue. We're going to move on, definitely. Let's talk about Watford 0, Everton 0. Look, this is the first set of points that Watford have picked up at home under Roy Hodgson. And I think this is the first clean sheet they may have picked up at home too, which this result is coming a bit too late. But you would want to finish off the season strongly as well. So you could see Ben Foster there listed as the king of the match. He did pull off some very, very good saves. Everton did have the best chances in the game to score. Watford did get a few look-ins, but nothing really to test Pickford. It was not the most entertaining of games, but Everton would feel like they missed a chance to pick up 3 points. But guess what, man? 1 point is still the step in the right direction for Frank Lampard and his boys, and at least they didn't go out and lose against an already relegated team. So you definitely got to give a lot of credit here to Everton. So they've been on a they've been in good form. I think they picked form at the right time, and they would just want to continue picking up these points, man. They still do have 3 games left to play, and out of the 3 teams who are really struggling right now in Burnley, Leeds, and Everton look the team that most likely will survive. But you can't rest, you know what I'm saying? You can't relax. 36 points is still not enough to keep you up the way things are. It's just a 2-point cushion over the teams below them. And Everton, they just got to continue playing their football, man. Look, if all the teams lose their remaining games, that would be an ideal situation for Everton. Because Leeds right now is struggling with 2 matches left. And like I've been saying, Leeds look the most likely team to go down. They look like the team that's going to go down. but they could still pick up 2 wins in their remaining games and survive. You see what I mean? There's still a possibility there. Indeed, there is. So, look, Watford versus Everton, not much to really talk about, you know what I mean? Roy Hodgson at the end of his career. He's going to retire at the end of the season. Watford did make quite a few changes to their team. They're looking like a championship outfit right there. You know, resting up a lot of the big boys and giving guys like Samuel Kalou their first start in the league. You know, Dan Gosling, we haven't seen him all season. Ken Sima as well. Guys like Kabasele and Ngaki and Massina, these guys. You know, but the ever-present Musa Sissoko is going to be interesting to see if he remains at the club. Also, Ben Foster is going to, be interesting to see who remains at Watford FC as well. Look, if you check on Watford News, guys, right now, they have appointed Rob Edwards as head coach to replace Roy Hodgson. So let's give it up to Watford. They're going in the right direction in terms of appointed, a young, a prospective manager into the championship to look to, put together something long-term instead of just hiring these managers out of nowhere. You never heard of some of these guys, and then in a blink of an eye, they're gone. You see what I'm saying? So you want to build up a positive culture at the club and, and move forward. So, what for the point, Rob Edwards as head coach to replace Roy Hodgson. Forest Green chairman Dale Vince accused Watford of doubling down on deceit after Edwards left the club early on Wednesday. Watford say Edwards had a contractual provision allowing him to leave Forest Green Rovers at any time to discuss employment opportunities at other clubs. So he's coming from Forest Green Rovers, one of the greenest, if not the greenest club in world football, most innovative club in world football as well. Rob Edwards would look to bring Watford back to the green pastures of the Premier League. So all the best, Roy Hodgson there though. So yeah, man, look, all the best to Watford as well in their quest to return to the Premier League. Let's shift the focus to Everton. Hard luck to Watford. They got some talented players in their team. Guys like Richarlison came from Watford, Abdoulaye Doucouré, and they came up against their old club. So I think it was a good performance by Everton. It just showed that they lacked a bit of intensity in the game as well. And it could be from the exploits of the recent wins and, all the output that they've been putting out lately. And it's understandable. The intensity could drop. But hopefully for Everton, the drop in intensity against Watford, they could use that as, a time to just rest the remainder of the week and come hard at home. They have 2 remaining home games and a trip away to Arsenal. They could actually secure their Premier League status before they even play Arsenal, where Arsenal may have to actually win that game to get a top 4 spot as well. So Everton against Brentford this Sunday, it's a key game. They must win that game. And the game against Crystal Palace, they must at least win one of these games. Or let's say, don't lose any of them. Even 2 draws will take you up to 38 points. I am pretty sure, 100% sure that would at least be more than what Leeds can do with 2 matches left. With Leeds, with 2 matches left, Leeds could only get a maximum of 6 points. And that means they will take them up to 40. And the teams that they got remaining, being Brighton and Brentford, it's not guaranteed that they'll get anything at all. But it is a possibility, but I don't think Leeds are getting 4 points from those matches at all. But we will get to Leeds pretty soon. So Everton, all they need to do is not lose. Even against Arsenal, not lose. And you'll be fine. You'll be fine, man. But it's easier said than done. They got to go out there and they have to stick to the plan and just survive this very challenging Premier League season where double agent Rafa Benitez was at the helm and, they had to get rid of him. And then Frank Lampard came in, never was in this situation, but this is Frank Lampard getting some valuable experience for the future in case he finds himself in that position again where he could say, hey man, I've been there, done that, and I could wiggle myself out of this. So look, another good point here for Everton, and they stay outside the drop zone. They are currently 16th with 36 points. They got a minus 19 goal difference, which is way better than Leeds United's goal difference. So they just need to keep picking up the points. Forget about Burnley. You're thinking Leeds. Leeds only got 2 games left. Forget about Burnley, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Everton are above both Leeds and Burnley, so they're in the safest spot. And only 1 loss in their last 5 is definitely a step in the right direction, as I said, man. So, look, just to land the plane in this game, 16 shots on goal for Everton, 5 on target. They had 52% of the ball. For Watford, only 6 shots, none on target, 48% of the ball. They did look a little better, of course, you know what I mean? They picked up a point, something that they rarely done under Roy Hodgson. And they're looking to finish off the season strongly. Because, you know, you want to finish off strongly to go down in the championship and start again. It was just sad to see how empty the stands were as well. So fans have just given up already. So Watford have lost just one of their last 6 Premier League games against Everton. Their home games, 6 Premier League home game. One of their last 6 Premier League home games against Everton. Winning 3 and drawing 2, with that defeat coming in February of 2020, a 2-3 loss. Watford picked up their first point on Vicarage Road since a 4-1 victory versus Man United in November, ending a run of 11 successive home Premier League defeats. That's Roy Hodgson's first points at Vicarage Road as well. Everton have lost just one of their last 6 Premier League games, winning 3, drawing 2, picking up as many points in these 11 as their previous 22 in the competition. So 17 losses in their previous 22 games where they picked up only 11 points. So Lampard have definitely improved things around Goodison Park and on the road, of course, but the job is still, not done. So big up to everybody watching the stream right about now, guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream. Back again with yet another one. We will be live again tomorrow to do the preview for the weekend matches. Expect a little FA Cup preview as well coming out tomorrow. And, still a lot of work to be done, man. We got a big FA Cup game this Saturday. And we got the games on Sunday, Monday, and next Tuesday as well, where we round off Premier League match week 37. And maybe we could even know which team will be champions of England. So for Watford, their next game is pretty much a dead rubber against Leicester City. Then they finish off the season against Chelsea, who are looking to solidify their top 4 status. As for Everton, for them, they do have 3 remaining games, and their next meeting will be against Brentford at Goodison Park, and then against Crystal Palace at Goodison Park. So ideally for them, they need 4 points. They need 4 points, man, or even 3. 2 to 4 points from these 2 games would be ideal for Everton in helping them to stay in the league. Finish off the season against Arsenal. And they do have a friendly scheduled against Arsenal as well, and against Minnesota, an MLS team. So big up to everybody watching the stream right about now, man. Remember, always remember, once you come in here, you are the real deal. If you're watching the replay, make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the video. Much love, much respect. All right, so we're going to keep it moving and go back to results. And we're going to move on to the third match for tonight's mini roundup, the midweek roundup. And let us talk about this game between Leeds and Chelsea. So Leeds United 0, Chelsea 3. And this, I predicted a win for Chelsea, and I didn't expect any other result. And Chelsea started things off very brightly with an exquisite 4th-minute goal by Mason Mount. And good season for Mount, man. Over 10 goals, over 10 assists. What else do you want from a player, man? So I think he had he had good spells. His form was a bit sporadic this season. But nevertheless, still a quality display by Mason Mount, who's still very young and will only get better as time progresses. So early goal, 4th minute, set up by Reece James. Give it up to Reece James as well, man. He had a quality game. And I must say, man, respect to Reece. Reece James is a quality player. I don't care what nobody want to say and compare him to Trent and all of that. Listen, Reece James is a quality player. Going forward, his defensive game as well, the flair, the look. The man's just a star, and he's still very young. So the future looks good, man. The future looks good. The future of football looks good. With guys like Mount and James, you know what I'm saying, and Foden and Haaland, and you know what I'm saying? Saka and Smith for the Premier League is going to be lit the next 5 years, no matter how you put it. So, good start for Chelsea. Guys, I did not watch this game live, but I did go out and watch, the full highlight package and everything to get a gist of what went down. So, at 1-0, Leeds was still actually in the game. And then Dan James with a horrible, horrible tackle, and he was sent off. I think that was on, I can't remember who that was on. I think it was Kovacic, if I'm not mistaken. But that was a horrible tackle, though. That's one of those where you get the ball, but you go over the top of the ball and bounce off onto the player. Yeah, you're going to get sent off for that, man. It was a bit too aggressive, and Dan James was sent to the showers, man, early. You could see the look on Jesse Marsh's face, man. Jesse Marsh just had that look of dejection, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he's already a relegated man, you see? And I have been joking about it lately. I've been joking about it. Will I take Reece James at Man City? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been joking about it, man. If your club is in trouble, don't you hire no American manager. You know what I'm saying? You might as well. You're doomed. You're doomed already. Look, he didn't start off too badly, but I'm telling you, results have not gone Leeds' way, and the other results have not actually helped Leeds' cause. So, 4th minute goal, Dan James sent off in the 24th minute. Luke Ayling in the last game. They're dealing with injuries still, so it's now a combination of injuries and suspension and dealing with, being in the relegation zone. It is sad, man. It is sad. Leeds United suffering the same fate as Sheffield United. Previously, teams like Huddersfield, who survived one season and, went down. So, it's just sad, man. It's a whole Sheffield United thing again. Basically, finishing 9th. I think they both finished 9th. They finished very high in the table. And then the next season, they just couldn't repeat the trick, man. So, yeah. And both teams, managers end up getting sacked with Chris Wilder and, now Marcelo Bielsa getting sacked. And looks like Leeds are going to go down, man. I said, since when Man City played Leeds, right? And Leeds, the fans throw all the paper on the field. It kind of taught me something about Leeds fans, you know what I'm saying? I was like, kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth, man. I was like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even make no sense. Like, you see? So, I'm like, okay, y'all are going down. You guys are actually going down. You see what I mean? Look, they're fun to watch, but it's just their style of play. You just don't, you're playing like you're playing very attacking football, and when you come up against very good teams, you're gonna get picked apart, and they have no pragmatism to their game or anything, and they suffered. You know what I'm saying? So Chelsea early goal, man advantage. Second half, Christian Pulisic, 55th minute, very good goal by Christian Pulisic, man, rolled into the side of the goal there, and Lukaku, followed up his brace in the previous game against Wolves with a very patient goal there in the 83rd minute. Hakim Ziyech with the assist, Mount for the Christian Pulisic goal, and Reece James there. Good display by Chelsea, who have been very inconsistent, though, especially at home. And it's a good boost for them going into the big weekend fixture in the FA Cup final against Liverpool. As for Leeds, oh man, they're in a whole lot of trouble. But they would be happy that they've seen the back of Chelsea, and they could now look forward to the 2 remaining games, which I think are games they could actually win. But look, right now, 34 points, they would have to absolutely win both those games. They got to win both those games. Because I think winning one and drawing one won't be enough. You know? Because it might actually, you know what? Let me take that back. It might be enough, but it depends on the other results with Everton and Burnley. Well, listen, Leeds just need to do what they need to do, and they need to get 6 points or 4 points. Or else they're going down. They're going down. You know what I mean? Like, if you ask most people in terms of the Premier League and historically, like English football, they would prefer Leeds stay in the league than a Burnley. You see what I'm saying? But that doesn't count for anything. Whoever picks up the most points at the end of the season, that's a team that's going to survive. And it ain't looking good for Leeds. It's not looking good for Leeds at all. Look, if you take a look at their 11 right there, right? Take a look at Leeds 11. Look, they're all over the place, man. Look, Robin Koch, Liam Cooper, even Rafinha was listed as maybe a fullback, you know what I'm saying, for the game. Did not watch the game. But Lewis Bate, this is a youngster starting in such a crunch game. You see what I mean? So they just light in terms of their stock, and injuries, suspension have definitely, hurt them. Players like Rafinha, Calvin Phillips could be leaving if they go down, you know what I mean? So they just find themselves in a position where they shouldn't find themselves in. Did they recruit well enough this season? You may ask. You see what I'm saying? When you think about it, what kind of business did Leeds United do this season to actually help their cause for, a third Premier League campaign? So look, briefly, if you look at the transfers, right? If you look at Leeds United transfer record recently, right? In terms of arrivals this season, they brought in Dan James for 29 million euros. I think that's way too much. You see what I'm saying? Junior Firpo, Jack Harrison, who was already at the club, and that is basically it, right? So to add to what you did last season, you bring in James and Firpo. That's not enough. That is not enough in my opinion. Bringing in James and Firpo is not enough in my opinion to survive. Losing Alioski, who was a very versatile player, that's a loss. Losing veteran Pablo Hernandez as well, who didn't really take part a lot last season, that's a loss. I think letting Cody Drame go out on loan was not a good idea, because Drame showed some promise, and I've seen a couple clips of him. He's been doing big things down there in the championship. Letting him go doesn't make any sense. I think even letting Ian Poveda, the former City youngster, go on a loan. Helder Costa was let go on loan as well. I don't understand some of the moves that Leeds United made. And I don't think they strengthened enough. Look, the season when they survived and did well, they brought in Rodrigo, Llorente, Rafinha, Helder Costa made permanent from Wolves, Robin Koch, Ilian Melier permanent again from Lorient, Joe Gelhardt was brought in from Wigan, and they survived. They spent 106 million. They survived. You think by spending 58 million on and half of that on Dan James gonna make you stay in the Premier League? No. I think that was a huge error on their behalf, man. Look, so Leeds are in a whole lot of trouble. They weren't able to reply to Chelsea in terms of the goals. It was a pretty one-sided game, man. Very, very, very one-sided. Very, very one-sided. And it's not looking good at all for Leeds. It's not looking good for Leeds. I've been saying that for the recent last couple live streams. It ain't looking good, man. Look, 5 shots, none on target, 32% of the ball. It was a walk in the park for Chelsea with 17, 4 on target, 68%. And look, Thomas Tuchel and his boys picking up a well-needed victory. They needed that after the blunder against Wolves. the blunder against Everton, Man United as well, losing to Arsenal. So they have not been that good in their last, since they got knocked out of the Champions League. They haven't been so good. They have picked up the other win, but it hasn't been the Chelsea we know that they could be under Thomas Tuchel though. So look, they're going through a lot. New owner in Todd Bowley. Look at the start his era next summer, this coming summer. A lot of signings are probably expected, a lot of outgoings as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what Chelsea looks like next season. Importantly for them, they would need to get Champions League football, and, you know, so that they could be, although they're already a very attractive club, players don't care these days. Players want to go to a club where they could just transition nicely and play some Champions League football, okay? So Chelsea picked up their 20th Premier League win of the season, one more than their total for last season. So that's already a win, okay? That's already a win. Leeds United suffered their 9th Premier League defeat of this season at Ellen Road. Only in 1946-47-10 have they lost more at home in a single top flight season. This is where they're losing. This is where they're actually losing, and this is why they're in the relegation zone, not making your home a fortress. Leeds have conceded 37 goals at Ellen Road in the Premier League this season. Only in 1959-60-46 have they shipped more at home in a single top-flight campaign, a season in which they were also relegated. So, big win for Chelsea. Big win. And as I mentioned about the top 4 status, guys, Chelsea are third, 70 points. 70 points. And if they do win their game, actually if they pick up a draw in their next game, they will secure Champions League football, with Tottenham not being able to better their goal difference with 2 matches remaining. So for Chelsea, a draw, they're good. Champions League next season. But before they play against Leicester, they do have that FA Cup coming up against Liverpool, the final. Look, Chelsea's season, it have not been a complete failure. They won the Super Cup, they won the Club World Cup, and they're on the verge of coming in third in the league. Not bad. You see what I'm saying? Champions League quarterfinals as well. Not bad. What would make Chelsea's season a success, even through the whole drama of, you know, Abramovich having to sell the club and the Lukaku situation and, you know, players injured and all of that, and not basically fighting for the title? It would be to win this FA Cup title. You win this FA Cup title and it puts a gloss, and I don't mean like a superficial gloss to hide what, you know, you did this season. I mean a gloss, just a nice sheen on the season. You see what I'm saying? So all the best to Chelsea this weekend as they take on Liverpool FC once again in a cup final. Look, man, look, I've been talking about Leeds, right? For Leeds, Brighton, Brentford, it is as simple as picking up 6 points. Not that simple, but pick up 6 points and probably most likely will be, you know, you'll be in the Premier League next season. But both Brentford and Brighton, they have been playing some good ass football, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Leeds are in trouble. And I don't know if Jesse March has ever been in this kind of position, man. So yeah, pretty much screwed. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. I was going to use an F word for that, but, you know, I decided against it. You know what I mean? Pretty much screwed. So we're going to keep it moving, man. Let's talk about the North London derby. 3-0 Spurs over Arsenal. And I predicted a draw, a 2-2 draw. Arsenal just did not show up on the day, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Spurs look like they want this thing more. They look like they want this thing more, man. Arsenal, y'all ain't look like y'all want no Champions League, man. You see what I mean? You ain't look like you want no Champions League next season. It ain't looking like it because that display was definitely poor. You see what I'm saying? And you see the name being highlighted right there, Rob Holden? I don't know, man. I don't know how dumb you could be, man. Some of these guys, they're not using their brains at all. They can't be using their brains. They can't. Because you're in a crucial match like this, right? You're trying to get Champions League football. Let's cue up the GJ. Let me get a Champions League anthem in the background there. Let me get some Champions League anthem there, because this is basically a fight for Champions League football here between Spurs and Arsenal. That's what it was. That is what it was. And Spurs took the spoils. 3-0. And you got to give them credit. Look at what they did against Liverpool, right? They look really good against Liverpool. They picked up a 1-1 draw in a game that they probably should have won. But a draw was good enough. A draw is like a win for Spurs. That draw was like a loss for Liverpool, you know. Even though Klopp said it's a point in the right direction, it's still, you know, pretty much a loss. The way Klopp reacted to that draw, it was like he had just lost a final. You see what I'm saying? But, look, Tottenham, they knew what they needed to do. Beat their North London rivals and go within 1 point and win their remaining matches against Norwich and Burnley. If you were supposed to get 6 points, and your opponent also needs 6 points, because I think Spurs do have a better goal difference than Arsenal the last time I checked. Yeah, they do, a plus 23. So let's say Arsenal could either get 6 points, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, or none. You see what I'm saying? They can't get 5. They can't get 5, so they can't get 71 points. Arsenal could either get 70 points, 69, 68, 66, or stay on 65. And look, the teams that Arsenal got to play are Newcastle on Monday, away, and Everton, who might be fighting for relegation on the last day. So Tottenham got the ideal situation going into those last 2 matches for that last Champions League place. Right? If you want to hear that anthem next season, you got to come out there, you know, you got to play like you want it, man. And Arsenal did not play like they wanted it. It's like they didn't start the game too badly. I think Spurs allowed them to do their thing early on. And, you know, they did get a few look-ins, but nothing really to trouble Lloris. And then once Spurs found they you know, just start strutting their stuff, it was a wrap. The ball into the box there for that first Harry Kane goal, the penalty. I think the penalty was a bit soft, but when you look back at it, you know, Son was manhandled by both by Cedric, and the penalty was given. And Kane stepped up to dispatch brilliantly. And then Kane again in the 37th minute. Like, listen, man, poor defending. Very, very poor defending to allow Kane by himself at the back post there being marked by Nketiah. Like, come on. You see what I mean? But that only came after Rob Holding was sent off. And second yellow. You picked up a yellow early on in the game for some dumb stuff. And then you do some more dumb shit and against the same player. Like, come on, man. I know Hanming's son could be very annoying. He probably told him something about his sister or something, you know what I mean? Like, I seen your sister in a nice dress on Instagram. Where did she buy it? Some corny shit like that son probably said to him. Rob Holding wasn't having any of it. Oh, man. So Holding, you know, held on to a red card early on in the game. And Holding's playing because Ben White is currently injured. And then Holding got sent off. Later on in the game, Gabriel had to go off injured as well. So Arsenal are in a situation where they went down to 10 men, conceded a second Kane goal, and then right after the halftime break where Arteta could have said, hey man, listen, go out there, get a goal, get back into the match, and bam, the whole game plan went to in the gutter early. Son Heung-min. I actually was watching the game But I had my phone in my pocket when this goal was scored because I was actually giving my little son pushing him on his scooter around the block. So I was multitasking, but I heard the goal and everything. I didn't go back and look at the goal, but it sounded like a very nice build-up though. Look, you see Rodrigo Bentancur there credited for that Kane's second goal. Man, that was off his head, but you got to give credit to the work that Bentancur and Kulusevski have done since they came into the team. Arsenal did not bolster their team in the January transfer window, but Spurs bolstered theirs. You see what I mean? And look, it could ultimately prove to be the signings that gain them Champions League football next season. It is still in Arsenal hands. They failed to reply. 3-0 loss. It was a terrible, terrible display on the day. They didn't really threaten Lloris too much. A few saves. Nothing devilish enough to beat Lloris. You know. But they just look tame. Tottenham looked like they wanted it more. They really, really looked like they wanted it more. And they got the 3 points. I was really disappointed with Arsenal here though. Seriously. I was really disappointed with the way I thought we were actually going to have a game. This was not a game. This was a walk in the park for Spurs. This was a walk in the park. You know, you could see Conte bringing on guys like Bergwijn and Joe Rodon and Lucas Moura to just say, guys, go out there, have a sweat. You see what I'm saying? Go and play. Go and play because that's what Arsenal are doing on today. You see what I mean? Go and play. Go and have a ball. You know what I'm saying? Go do your thing. But Kane, man, the high-scoring player in North London Derby, showed up again with a brace. Started the season poorly with 1 in 13, I think. And since then, I think I scored about maybe 14, 15 goals. You know, so give it up to Kane, man. Give it up to Kane. Son have gone to 21 goals this season. Let's talk about that. That's one less than Mo Salah. That's one less than Mo Salah. Shout out to all the people who think Mo Salah should actually go on to win Player of the Season. I don't think so. I really don't think Mo Salah deserves Player of the Season because all 2022, he has been nowhere to be found. A few assists, maybe about 6 goals, but Mo Salah have scored in literally, I think, 4 games since he came back from the AFCON. 4 games, you know, so he's not in form and he has not been good in the second half of the season. So, Player of the Season, you know, for me, it got to be De Bruyne. It got to be De Bruyne. You know what I mean? Even Heung-min Son could be in the conversation, you know, but for me, it's not Salah. You know what I mean? I know he was really good at the beginning of the season. Late last year, Salah, best in the world and all. He got to that point. But, you know, best in the world is not forever. It's not something that goes on forever, you know. You lose that claim. And, you know, Benzema comes to mind. Kevin De Bruyne. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Salah definitely should be the winner. Why? Why should Salah be the winner? Please tell me why should Salah be the winner? Because he got 22 goals already? Okay, if a player scored 22 goals in the first 10 games of the season, right? Just hear me out. Or 15 games, and in the remaining 23 games, he does not score any. You still go, and his team does not win the Premier League title. You're still going to give him Player of the Season? Come on, guys. You guys need to knock it off, man. Knock it off. Seriously. You know? You guys need to knock it off. The Player of the Season, man. The Player of the Season scored four yesterday. 4 in one game. That's my Player of the Season. Not because he's a City player, but because I just think, you know what I mean, he is that player that make things happen. You see what I mean? So, look, what else could we actually say about this game? Let's take a look at the lineups, right? Lloris, Davinson Sanchez coming in for Romero. I think Romero was a big miss, but Sanchez made sure he came in, and Spurs didn't miss Romero at all on the day, right? So, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies, these guys have been very, very, I don't even know how I'm saying this, but these guys have been good lately. You know what I'm saying? Look, Hybier, you see these four guys right here? They're making things tick for Spurs. Emerson Royale and Cesenia with their speed on the wings. Bentancur and Hybier with their engines in the midfield. And they're just spraying the ball and supplying Son, Kane, and Kulusevski, who have all been very, very productive. Kulusevski since January have 8 assists. Which is ridiculous. Did he pick up an assist in this game? No. 8 assists. Ridiculous. Arsenal, on the other hand, when you look at them, their defense, Tomiyasu coming back from injury. Cedric, not the preferred starter. Rob Holding the same. And it's only Gabriel, and now he went off injured. So Arsenal find themselves in a pickle right now. Saka and Odegaard, these guys weren't on their game today, in my opinion. Martinelli as well, who went off, who was later sacrificed. And Nketiah wasn't, it just wasn't the game he had his previous couple games. So it was a weird one though. It was a weird one. Aaron Ramsdale did have to pull off a couple big saves, and it could have got uglier. It could have really, really got uglier for Arsenal, man. It could have got uglier. And they have problems coming into the next couple games, the last 2 games. They're sweating to have defenders fit enough for those games against Newcastle there and Everton. And it is looking like Arsenal might just drop the ball in terms of the Champions League. So yeah, man, let's just end this Champions League thing when it comes to Arsenal right now. It's looking bleak. You know what I'm saying? Mr. DJ, just pull up back the regular music that was playing before. Please and thanks. Because Arsenal ain't looking like they want to play Champions League football at all. You see what I mean? It's looking like Conte, and it's looking like Spurs want to be in the Champions League. So a point separate the 2 North London rivals, Arsenal and Spurs. 66 points for the Gunners, 65 points for the Lily Whites. And 2 matches left, with Spurs playing Burnley, who did beat them already this season, and Norwich, and Arsenal taking on Newcastle and Everton. Take your picks, guys. Take your picks. Who's going to get Champions League football? Is it going to be Arsenal or is it going to be Spurs? Okay. So, yeah, man. Big up to everybody in the stream right about now. Make sure y'all smash up the thumbs up button for the live stream, man. I do appreciate it. So, look, guys, before we get into the final 2 matches today, right? Let's just take a look at the Premier League table to just talk about the teams that did not feature in the middle of the week. And look, Manchester United, and in their previous game, they did get decimated by Brighton and Hove Albion. They're 6th. The next game is this Sunday against Crystal Palace. So United, 1 game remaining. They need to win that game. Because if they don't win that game, they are in jeopardy of being in the Conference League. Okay? And a team who didn't play in the middle of the week either, West Ham United, last game, a 4-0 win over Norwich City. Their next match is a pivotal one against Manchester City. Woohoo! That's going to be a good game come this Sunday. So, in terms of teams that did not play in the middle of the week as well, Brighton and Hove Albion, as I mentioned, they beat Man United in the last game. They will face Leeds United next. They are 9th. They can no longer get European football because, they could only finish a maximum of 53 points. So, in terms of the other teams, Crystal Palace, of course, guys, a 1-0 win over Watford in their last game. They will play against Aston Villa come this weekend. Man United actually don't play this weekend either. Man United actually plays next weekend on Championship Sunday. Their match week 37 fixture was actually a 1-1 draw to Chelsea. I'm not remembering that. So pardon me with that one there. So look, we had Aston Villa. They played. Brentford didn't play. 3-0 win over Southampton in their last game. And they will play Everton next. And that would be this Sunday. So let me see if I miss any other teams there for the middle of the week. Newcastle United, last game a 5-0 loss to Manchester City. They play Arsenal next. And who else we got here, man? Southampton. Brentford 3, Southampton 0. They play Liverpool next Tuesday. They have a long break. And the other team that didn't feature is Burnley. 3-1 loss to Villa. The next game is against Spurs this coming Sunday. So, you see, guys, I'm just doing a complete review, man. Even the teams that didn't actually take part, I'm talking about them a bit. You know what I mean? Let us talk about this game. Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 2. We won't be super long. Guys, because I actually spoke about this game already. You know, I touched on this game already during the watch along. I did a watch along for this, and I did a match review after that game. So please go check it out. Please go check out the post-match that I did there. Check out all the, the clips from the watch along and everything. Aston Villa scored first. Douglas Luiz in the 3rd minute. Joel Matip in the 6th minute. Both goals, controversial goals in my opinion, where Ollie Watkins should have been offside for the first goal. And for the Liverpool goal, Jota should have been called for foul on the Aston Villa players. So that's just my opinion. Poised at 1-1, Liverpool had to do something to get back in this game. But in my opinion, I think for Liverpool, Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard actually helped them out. That's just my opinion though. I'm not saying he did it on purpose or anything. I'm just saying Steven Gerrard helped Liverpool. Oh man, Steven Gerrard actually managed this game with an invisible Liverpool scarf around his neck. Best believe it, man. Because that change that he made in the 62nd minute by bringing off Nakamba, who's coming back from injury, I understand that. But Nakamba looked good, man. You know what I'm saying? He looked good. The season is ending. Let a man play. Let him play. Even if he tweaks the injury, he got time to recover again. Let him play. You see what I mean? You're going to take him off, and you're going to bring on an attacking player, saying that you're going for the win because you want to finish top 10. Help me. Listen. Help me make... Listen, you see, Alan Martin, bro, I already know you sound very Liverpool biased already, you know what I mean? Jota... It doesn't matter if you win the ball. Didn't Dan James win the ball? You know what I'm saying? Dan James got the ball first. Didn't he get a red card still? You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Come on. Stop being ridiculous, man. Stop being ridiculous. Liverpool did not boss the game. Stop it. Stop it. Liverpool did not boss the game. They did not boss the game. I think Liverpool responded well after going behind, but they did allow Aston Villa to go back on quite a few occasions. Alisson with a mistake that wasn't punished. I think Aston Villa went out there and gave Liverpool a very, very good game. Obviously, Liverpool were the more dominant, but I'm not going to go as far as to say they bossed the game. That is not bossing no game. It was a very, very tense game all the way to the finish. Very tense. Okay? Emi Martinez did not have a whole lot to do during the match. Not like he had to pull off saves after saves after saves after saves. See what I mean? But that substitution there just open things up. But at the same time, you got to give Luis Diaz a lot of credit, man. That attack was very good. Luis Diaz holding up the ball and, just his vision, man, that I said it was immaculate. It was 2020 to pick on Mane. And the ball coming this way. Let's say you usually have to head the ball back from where it came. Mane just sent it the other way. Where the ball was going, that's where Mane sent it, that way. and very well directed header and good goal. Just after the substitution, just after Thiago came on, and Marvelous Nakamba went off. And if you go and you check the Marvelous Nakamba stats, I'm pretty sure the stats were really good in terms of him winning back balls and everything, because he was breaking up a lot of play in the middle of the field, man. He definitely was. And I was actually surprised when he was taken off. Very, very, very surprised when he was taken off, man. So, look, from my, analysis, I think Steven Gerrard, said, hey, Liverpool, man, I'm just going to play it like if I'm going for the win. I'm going for the top 10 and winking the team. Let me just wink the team for you to go and get your win, because for us, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who think like that. I can't be the only one who think, because I can't understand. I really can't understand why he did that, though. You have Liverpool at 1-1, 65 minutes, and you telling me you're going to look to win the game? You close up shop. You take the point. You take the point. You see? Look, people might be saying, yeah, Dom, because you're a Man City fan, you want Liverpool to drop. Liverpool just dropped points against Spurs. It doesn't even matter anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about how I'm interpreting the game. This is how I'm interpreting the game. It could have been United playing against Villa. I would have felt the same way. It could have been Arsenal or Spurs. I would have felt the same way. Not because it's Liverpool. I'm just saying. That was not the smartest substitution. You know why I'm saying that too? Because, look, whenever Pep Guardiola does things, everybody say, oh, yeah, Pep did this, Pep did that. He should not have done this. He should not have done that. Gerrard should have never did what he did there. Never. And I was saying, if you're going to bring somebody on, you bring on this player, Morgan Sanson, and then 80 Booth, or you bring on Ashley Young. You see what I'm saying? Callum Chambers. Bring on a defender. Bring on an extra defender. You had defensive players here. You had them. And you going to bring on Chuck Womaker? Like, come on. And then you going to tell me you're going to bring on Bertrand Traore and Emi Buendia when you already gone 2-1 down? You see what I'm saying? It's beyond me. It's beyond me that he took off Marvelous Nakamba, who was having a marvelous game, in my opinion. And you took him off. Did not make any sense to me at all. Didn't make any sense. All right? Didn't make any sense, man, so, yeah. Yeah, man. So it is what it is. Liverpool went on to win 2-1. In the end, they played well enough to deserve the win. Villa, they had opportunities of their own, couldn't capitalize. Alisson, you got to give Alisson credit as well. Pulled off some huge saves, Danny Ings got in behind a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? So, credit to Liverpool. Credit to Liverpool. That's the thing about me, I'm going to be fair, man. If you do some bullshit, I'm going to call it out. And if you do good, I'm going to also say you do good. And Liverpool, typical Liverpool performance where the opposition could be in the game, but Liverpool somehow find a way to get the advantage and get the win. So it's a big 3 points, but, to keep themselves in contention of still winning the title. But I think the previous game, the draw against Spurs may have put a serious dent in the title hopes, man. So yeah, pretty much, look. And another thing that I you gotta commend Liverpool for as well is the fact that Klopp rotated the team by bringing in Tsimikas, bringing in Curtis Jones, giving Salah a rest, and you could rotate the team like this and still end up getting a positive result. That is good. That is good. The weekend, big game in the FA Cup final against Chelsea at Wembley. You now have your guys like Salah rested. Robertson, whatever he's dealing with, he could come back. Or even Tsimikas, I think, played well enough to be a worthy starter there. So let's, to see things in a positive way. But the only thing I have to say is Gerrard. Gerrard was playing double agent there. So I'm going to put that out there, man. I got to put that out there. But it's understandable, man. The man's human. The man is human, man. You're coming up against a team that you were a legend for, that you play. How many games did Gerrard play for Liverpool together now, man? I wrote it down. Maybe, 700 games or something? Can't even remember. But the man is a legendary player. And look, sometimes just think. If you think and you picture something in your head, every time Gerrard thinks, it's a Liverpool badge is in his head. You know what I'm saying? Every time he thinks about something, it's just first thing that pops up is like a Liverpool logo. And I saw it all game. So oh man, I expected Liverpool to win this game, guys. I predicted 2-1. It ended up being a 2-1 win. And 2 matches left to go. Southampton and Wolves. Southampton on the road, Wolves at Anfield. And look, Liverpool's goal difference have now gone, 7 behind Manchester City now. Plus 65 for Liverpool. Man City with a plus 72. Doing everything they need to do to make sure if it finishes level, City would go on to win on goal difference still. We got Liverpool had an advantage. Well, unless Liverpool gives Southampton 6 or 8 or whatever without reply, City would continue to have that goal difference advantage there. So, look, not much more to really add here. But, look, Aston Villa have lost 4 of their last 6 Premier League home games, winning 2. As many defeats as they suffered on home soil in their previous 13, winning 5 and drawing 4. Liverpool have now scored 43 away goals in the Premier League this season, only managing more in a league campaign once before in the 13-14 season, 48, when they finished second in the top flight behind Manchester City. Sounds very familiar, right? This is the 21st away win in the Premier League clashes between Aston Villa and Liverpool. 6 for the Villains, 15 for the Reds. The joint most away victories in a fixture in the history of the competition level with Man City versus Manchester United. So kudos to Jurgen Klopp. Kudos to Sadio Mane, who I think was absolutely brilliant in this game. With that goal. Mane means business, man. You know what I mean? When you have guys like Luis Diaz taking the spotlight right now, it is still players like Mane that come up trump and, score those goals at the most crucial moments. You know what I mean? But you got to give it to Aston Villa and their fight. I think Danny Ings could have been better. A couple bad touches, a couple of opportunities not taken. And, Villa with nothing to play for, ended up not really, at the end of the day, not really being too much of a problem for Liverpool. Early in the game, yes, but after, Liverpool got that goal, it was like, okay, we got this. So... yeah, 3 points in the bag for Liverpool, and for Aston Villa, none. As for the Villains, they're 12th right now, 43 points. They will be back in the league next season for sure, and they will finish off their Premier League campaign against Crystal Palace, Burnley, and on the final day against Manchester City, where I'm hoping the game would be inconsequential because watch Steven Gerrard go and pull out a masterclass and get something from the game. You see what I'm saying? I won't be surprised if Steven Gerrard actually tries to suit up and go out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. But big up to everybody in the house, man. Appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure y'all like up the video. We got one more game to talk about. And oh my God. Oh man, what a result. Where is the game? What a result. Wolves 1, Manchester City 5. Kevin De Bruyne with 4 goals. Raheem Sterling with 1, but Sterling really should have scored a hat-trick of his own as well. We should have beaten Wolves by about 8 goals to 1 on the night. And I'm not even exaggerating. It should have been 8-1. Kevin De Bruyne with an early goal. Got a bit lucky there, and, with the rebound and all of that from the Sterling, effort and goalkeeper coming out. Early goal, but Leander Dendoncker replied. Very good breakaway by Wolves, and we know team could get in behind like that against Man City. And Pedro Neto with the assist. Very good football there. And Leander Dendoncker with the goal. Look, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I think Dendoncker is a quality player, but he needs to step his game up a little. I kind of have a feeling like Dendoncker could play for a top team in the future. He's Belgian and all. So he got the pedigree and everything. Listen, I won't be surprised if Man City going for a player like Dendoncker to be like a backup for Rodri. You see what I'm saying? I won't be surprised about something like that. But anyways, Leander Dendoncker with the goal in the 11th minute. Wolves back in the game. And I am pretty sure, and I am 100% sure, there were Liverpool fans watching this game. Liverpool fan channels watching this game, doing watch-alongs and things to this game. After De Bruyne scored, oh man, god damn. But then when Dendoncker scored, yeah! Oh, City about to drop points, motherfucker. Think again. De Bruyne in the 16th minute, and the goal in the 24th minute, man, that left-footed shot was exquisite, man. I'm telling you, that left-footed shot was exquisite. Listen, the man scored a left-footed hat-trick. De Bruyne scored a left-footed hat-trick. The first 2 goals were, the second one, very scrappy goal as well, and De Bruyne smashing it into the roof there. You see, nobody was credited with that one. The first one, Bernardo with the credit, but Sterling basically foiled the goalkeeper in a way, kind of dummied the goalkeeper in a way. He didn't touch the ball. But those first 2 goals were a bit fortuitous, in my opinion. But that third goal, that came from a throw-in, and Raheem Sterling got brought down, and De Bruyne carried that ball all the way to the edge of the box and hit it with a bullet. Truly 2-footed player. And I'm telling you, listen, you would think he's a left-footed player. The way he smashed that past Jose Sa. God damn, that was a bullet. A hat-trick in 24 minutes with his left foot. Kevin De Bruyne. Amazing, man. Amazing. Indeed, one of the best players in the world. I'm not going to go as far as to say, yeah, he's the best player in the world. Yeah, I don't want to have that conversation right about now. But he might just be the best player in the world right now. You know what I mean? This is a midfielder you're talking about. This is not a striker. This is a midfielder. Just the football IQ on this man is absolutely amazing. Give it up to Kevin De Bruyne, man. 24-minute hat-trick. And look, did bag another goal in the 60th minute. Very, very well-placed ball to the left of Jose Sa with his right foot. The build-up again, very, very good. And look, man, being 4-1 up, it felt good. Even being 3-1 up, it felt really good. I knew that we had put the game to bed and put any chance of allowing Liverpool closer to us in terms of points. Just put that to bed, man. It felt good. Felt good watching the game. And then Raheem Sterling with the tap in the 84th minute. I'm saying, well-deserved for his troubles. He should have scored a hat-trick in the game as well. But, I think the post was hit twice. Phil Foden hit the post. De Bruyne hit the post. De Bruyne could have scored 5. I'm telling you, this could have been 8. This could have been 8-1. Wolves were all over the place. No Bruno Lage. He was dealing with isolating from COVID. His assistants were taking charge of the game. And at 1-1, yeah, the assistant was doing a very good job until the hat trick, happened, and they capped the 5-piece. They capped the. What's amazing, right, about City, and I'll talk about some other things, right? What is amazing about Man City is that the last 3 games, Liverpool fans actually thought, right, that Man City were actually going to drop points. And I don't know where they got that notion from. I don't know where they got the notion that we're going to lose to Wolves, Newcastle, or even Leeds, or draw. I don't know. But this has been an exquisite display lately. 3-0 win against Brighton, right? Just you listen. 5-1 against Watford. 4-3 against Real Madrid. Well, don't forget about that. We lost the other game, right? But in terms of the Premier League, right? That's the only thing we're playing for right now. The only thing relevant right now. 3-0 against Brighton. An Brighton team that pretty much came into that game in form the last time I checked. They beat Tottenham. They beat Arsenal, right? I think they came off of that. Beat Watford 5-1 expected. Beat Leeds 4-0. Beat Newcastle 5-0 and Wolves 5-1. Like, you gotta be kidding me. This team is out of the world, man. It's out of this world. You're talking about 10, 14, 19, 22 goals. With 22 goals and 2 in reply. 22 in the last 5 Premier League games. With only 2 replied. Ridiculous. Man City, definitely champions-elect. Should go on to win the title. I know it's harsh. It is harsh for Liverpool because they've played so well this season. It is harsh that a team could end up getting 90 points as well and not win. And this is what Listen, what is the difference between Liverpool having maybe, let me see, right now, they came second a few times, right? But they would have gone on to win in 2013-14. Who was in their way? Man City. 2018-19. Who was in their way? Man City. 2021-22. Again. This is, I'm beginning to really understand. You see, Liverpool fans don't like Man City because of the money that Man City spend. City spending money. The oil club this, oil club that. No. Maybe that's a contributing thing. Liverpool don't like City because they just keep stopping them from winning things. I'm not even talking Champions League now because I'm fed up with the whole lame Champions League rebuttal and the Champions League comeback. I am absolutely fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. It's old and stale right now. I'm immune to it. I'm so immune to it that next season, I'm not even expecting to win the champ. I don't care who we sign. Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez, we could sign Mbappe and Messi. I'm not even thinking about no damn Champions League. I'm not even going to jinx myself again. You see what I mean? Some people will be like, what that's kind of small mentality to have. I don't care what you want to say. Okay? I don't care. Once I win the league above United, Liverpool, Chelsea, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? That feels good. I'm telling you, that feels good. Because guess what? Those teams want to indeed win the league. They want to win the league. And if they win it ahead of you, oh boy, you won't be able to shut them up. Oh boy, you won't be able to shut them up, I'm telling you, man. So, look, Liverpool, I came to the conclusion, in the Premier League era, one of the finest bridesmaids. One of the finest bridesmaids. Indeed. And I'm talking about 2001, 2002. 08, 09. 13, 14. That's 3. 17, 18. That's 4. And 21, 22. Might be 5. Liverpool could have had about 6 Premier League titles. About 6. Okay? About 6. Y'all could keep talking about the Champions League, man. Keep bringing it. Bring the Champions League, man. Bring the Champions League argument, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing you have to say. I give you guys a challenge. Let me give you guys a challenge. Let me give you a challenge. Come up with some better banter. Come up with something better. Man City spent a lot of money. It ain't your money. It ain't my money. The money is there. The club is a business. They generate income. Wherever they get the money from is their money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's spending money. It ain't none of our money. It's not yours. It's not mine. I honestly, let me say this right now. I know you guys might say, oh man, Dom, I can't believe. I honestly don't care what clubs want to do with their money. I don't care. Some people be getting to the feelings, oh, my club, oh, my money, I don't like how they're spending the money. It ain't your money. It's not yours. Okay? Unless it's a fan ran club, it's not your money. Unless the club is owned by the fans, it ain't your money. The Man City could spend all the money they want. As long as it's within right to spend, they could do whatever they want. Same for Liverpool. Same for United, Arsenal, Spurs. All of them are spending money. All of them. Okay? But the thing is, what I don't like, right, is the fact that people are acting like if other clubs don't spend ridiculous amounts of money. Liverpool spent a lot of money. Man City spent a lot of money. Okay? They all spent a lot of money. But I don't understand how Liverpool fans could always talk about the money that Man City spent. I really don't get it. I honestly do not understand. You see what I'm saying? Man City's owners are probably more inclined to spend, while for the Liverpool owners, they're reluctant to let go of their money. Take a look at this. Take a look at it. Listen. 5-1. I don't know what else I could say about. Wolves were destroyed. It was some exquisite football all over the field for City. The only setback here is the injuries to Laporte got injured. You know what I'm saying? Fernandinho went off. Later heard that he might be injured too. You know what I'm saying? So there's no Diaz, Stones. There's no Walker. There might be no Laporte. There might be no Fernandinho. So we're left with Ake and Rodri, the youngsters, Zinchenko, who I don't know what has gotten into Zinchenko though, but he's been brilliant. João Cancelo, I think we'll be okay, man. I think we'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll be okay. Listen, just for argument's sake, you guys just look at this. I haven't done this in a while, but just look at this. Look at this, what City's spending money. Man City is the only club spending money, right? 45 million. 40 million. You drop 40 million, 45 million, right? What difference if Man City buy a player for 20 million more? What's the big deal? You see what I'm saying? You guys act like it's a whole, we spend 222 million euros on a player or something like that. Right? You go down here again. You go down here. A next 44 million spent on a player. You see? You see what I'm saying? The money is being spent. That's the next 82 million spent. You go down here. Didn't spend any money. Okay. And what happened in it? I think let me see. Let me make sure I get this right. 1920 Liverpool won the title that season. Didn't spend any money, right? But look, the previous season, look at the money spent. Look at the money spent. 62 million on Alisson. Naby Keita, I think this deal went up to about 80 million with add-ons and everything included. Fabinho, 45 million as well. So tell me, who's not spending money here? Van Dijk, 84 million. I don't care what you made. You see what I'm saying? Listen to me. I don't care who you sold. I don't care what you made. Listen to me. 84 million, 42 million, 38 million. Money being spent. Look again. 41 million, 27. Money being spent. I don't care who you sold. Right? You generated income. Okay, you sold them. Just like Man City generate income and bought players. Okay? It's that simple, guys. You could go, I could do this for Chelsea. I could do this for Arsenal. They all spending money. Everybody's spending money. Everybody's spending money, man. I'm telling you this. Everybody's spending money. So the game is who spend their money the better would end up with the, you know, with the better players and end up with the better squad that will go on and win titles. And that's how Liverpool have put together a champion team to go on to win a Premier League title for the first time in 30 years and win a Champions League, got to 3 finals with that team. You think they got there just from their academy? They spent money. You gotta spend money. And if Liverpool think they could go on this summer and not spend no money, they're gonna come second again next season. Best believe that. Best believe you're gonna come in second again next season. Because what Man City are doing is they're staying ahead of their opponents by picking up the best talent. You see what I'm saying? Paying premium for that talent as well. When you don't want to pay premium, you're not going to get the best. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to get the best. So what City are doing is their money. Let them spend their money. They've made money. They've sold players. They made money. Haaland brought in. Jesus might be leaving. So basically the Jesus money is going to be paying for Haaland. You pay the difference with the wages or whatever, you know what I mean? It's big wages. Look, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. If Man City want Grealish and it costs 100 mil, that's what they did. They got Grealish. They know why they got Grealish. You see what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Don't tell me they know what they're doing, man. Believe me. He might not score a lot of goals this season, whatnot. City know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, man. I'm telling you. That is why Jack Grealish is on the cusp of winning a Premier League title in 1 season at Man City. One. And a lot of players are at clubs for 10 seasons and don't have any. Or only have 1. You see what I'm saying? Man City a champion team. 5-1 over Wolverhampton Wanderers. And I know a lot of people don't even like what I'm saying right now. Whenever I start proving my point and I'm talking good things about the team that I love, people start disappearing. You feel me? People just disappear. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to hear the truth. They really, really don't want to hear the truth. But I'm just happy that, you know, we're in a good position. Could go on to win the title. All the best to Chelsea and Liverpool this weekend in the FA Cup. All the best to Liverpool, Real Madrid in the Champions League final. You know, may the best team go on to win it. But let me just say this right now. Let me talk to the Liverpool fans in here right now. And all of the Liverpool fans out there. And Liverpool FC. I know y'all don't like Man City. I know, right? I know. It's not a secret. But do not, and I urge you, do not lose the Champions League final. do not lose the FA Cup final as well. Okay? Because going the season winning only a Carabao Cup would be laughable. So go on Saturday and win that FA Cup. Go on the 28th, win that Champions League. And show everybody what Liverpool FC are made of. Okay? Thank you guys. That's it for me today. That's it for me. It's late. Take a rest. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Preview the weekend. Going to bring you that fire all year. All year. Going to be burning. Okay? All year going to be burning. Going to bring that fire all year. Just remember that. Guys, before we go, this is what the table looks like. Going into week 37, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, United, West Ham, Wolves, Brighton, and Leicester round off the top 10. We will get into more tomorrow. Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Brentford, Newcastle have all survived. While Southampton, not safe yet, not 100% safe yet, but should be okay. Everton, Burnley, Leeds, and the already relegated Watford and Norwich City. Okay? Guys, don't forget to go check out all the awesome content and the clips I have over on the channel. Thank you for the continued support. You know, whether you're saying good things or you're not saying good things, big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, big up Mr. High Don. Say, it's okay, Dom. Man City will win the Champions League one day. One of these days, man. One of these days. One of these days. One of these. Hear this. Hear this. Hear this. Hear the BS here. Hear the lie. Listen to the lie that people are telling themselves. Listen to the lie that people are telling themselves, right? Brother, Liverpool fans and supporters don't worry about Man City. Man United, we talk about. City fans don't worry about. Listen, that is a lie, bro. That is a lie. I'm pretty sure you do a freaking lie detector test, there'll be some inconsistencies there. Okay? All right? I'm pretty sure. Man City are the team that you're worried about, bro. That's the team you're worried about. Stop lying. Stop lying, bro. It's like I go over on my Twitter, right? I go over on my Twitter and there's some, Liverpool fans over there that, them and I get into dialogue from time to time. And these guys, it's like these guys wake up with Man City on their mind. You feel me? But all I got to do is just hit them back with a Erling Haaland picture and, mess up their day. Because let me tell you something. If Liverpool does not sign a quality player to add to their team, I know they brought in Luis Diaz. Kudos. Man City did bring in Julian Alvarez in January. I'm not saying Alvarez is going to do the same thing that have the same effect as Luis Diaz, but Liverpool got to reply with a quality signing, or else bridesmaids again. Bridesmaids again. Okay? Anyways, guys, I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm going to see if I get an hour nap. I don't get a lot of sleep these days because of my, I'm on daddy duties and all, and I got to do this. So I'm going to see if I get a little nap, man. You know what I mean? And I'll be back tomorrow. A lot of work to be done. Tomorrow I got to write up that preview. And we're going to come again and we're going to talk. Okay? Off season, we're going to talk. We're going to build up for next year as well. We're going to talk, okay? We're going to talk. We're going to talk that talk. But guys, yeah, man, thanks again for tuning in to yet another one. I'm your boy Dom. I know a lot of people not going to like the shit I've been saying today, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, It's a rivalry, man. It's a rivalry, you know. I'm only responding to what people have been saying, man. Anything you hear me say is a response to what people have been saying, okay? So, yeah. So, guys, for everybody down, like the video if you haven't yet done so, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until my next one, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.